This is a project on valuing the business value of IT. Many IT projects have failed and money has been wasted because the project was not properly valued. Valuing an IT project is important to ensure that the money isn't wasted and the project won't fail. The method I'm about to show has many benefits over the alternative way of valuing a project. First, this method ensures that all costs are included and that no costs are omitted. Second, it includes costs such as productivity and efficiency lost during the implementation of the project. VISTA is the Veterans Health Information System and Technology Architecture. It is an information system that houses electronic health records, or EHRs. It is used by the Department of VA Medical System. The VISTA system is one of the most widely used EHR systems. Through the Freedom of Information Act, VISTA is also available to non-government hospitals and other healthcare organizations. The data used was provided by the Department of Veteran Affairs on October 16, 2007. The data spans over a period of 7 years. I would like to point out some observations. First, the budget for IT grew over those 7 years. The number of records, or the use of the IT system, also grew over that period. And lastly, we can see that productivity increased. Here is a scatter plot showing the relationship between productivity, or the cost of care per patient, and the IT investment, or budget of the Office of Information Technology. We can see a strong association or relationship between cost of care per patient on the x-axis and IT investment on the y-axis. To the right of the scatter plot, you can see that the R-squared, or coefficient of determination, equals 0.80. To find the correlation coefficient, or R, we must take the square root of 0.80. The R here turns out to be 0.89. Using a pairwise correlation, we can find the correlation between the IT investment and use, the IT investment and productivity, and the use and productivity. This table shows the results. As you can see, there is a strong relationship between investment in use and investment in productivity. The relationship between use and productivity is not as strong. However, it still exists. Now that we know that relationships exist, we want to find the cause and effect relationship. Two possible causal relationships exist here. First, an investment made in IT could have led to use, which in turn increased productivity. Or the increase in productivity may have allowed for an investment in IT, which led to use. To do this, we must do some basic calculations. For the first possible relationship, investment causes use, which causes productivity, we must take the correlation between investment and productivity and subtract the product of the correlations between investment and use and productivity. This equals 0.46. For the second relationship, productivity causes investment, which increases use, we must take the correlation between use and productivity and subtract the product of the correlations between investment in use and investment in productivity. This equals negative 0.12. We can conclude, because the second scenario is closer to 0, that increased productivity led to investment in IT, which increased use. There are both limitations and benefits to this analysis. According to a LEMI's paper called Measuring the Business Value of IT, causal analysis requires that data is available and that it includes at least 3 periods of data. Also, relationships or associations must exist between the variables. If these two conditions don't exist, analysis is impossible. There are 3 major benefits of this method. First, it ensures that no costs are lost and all costs are accounted for. If you remember in the first slide, the alternative method omits costs such as decreased productivity. Another benefit is that not only does this method show relationship, but it proves causation. We know that a relationship existed, but here we were able to find out the cause and the effect and the mechanism between the cause and effect. Lastly, according to Alimi's paper, this method is more objective. It does not require subjective costs and benefits to be determined. In summary, this method ensures no omission of costs and allows us to see causal relationships between variables.